There are thousands of great young golfers. The level of fitness, level of shot making is world class. But it's not enough. To be truly great, they must perform in moments of unbearable pressure. It's these clutch moments that ask questions only a tiny percentage will be able to answer. The Clutch Tour is the first stepping stone into that world of pressure, where future stars will forge their mental strength. Every one of these competitors believes they have what it takes to go all the way, maybe to a major. Welcome to the Clutch.
Hello and welcome to the spectacular Slaley Hall Golf Resort here in the northeast of England. Referred to by some as the Augusta of the North, it sets a stage what's sure to be a monumental week in the Mizuno Next Gen series presented by the Clutch Pro Tour. With a cool £100,000 on the line, our players know there's plenty more than just pride at stake as they do battle with their fellow pros, two terrific golf courses and the elements, all in a bid to secure a game-changing week. The late, the great Arnold Palmer once said, success in golf is less about strength of body and more about strength of mind and character. And he certainly knew a thing or two about taking down tough golf courses and fields of hungry competitors. Before we check in with some of our championship contenders, it's over to the one, the only, Callum Mackay, who's been casting a keen eye over the golf courses.
The 15th hole here at Slaley Hall Golf Resort. You're halfway through the back nine and the pressure really mounts. It's a tough stretch all the way home from here. 204 yards of real estate to cover on this par 3, and if you're the broken down golfer like me, the H2O is screaming at you in the face. But the players won't be worried about that this week. They'll be trying to hit the high fade, but if you overdo it, that bunker is very deep over there on the right hand side. One thing to mention on this green is that when you're standing on that tee box, it looks like a thimble. It looks tiny here. When you're hitting 5 irons and 4 irons, that can get in your head. But when you arrive up here, it is massive, 31 yards long and over 18 yards wide. It's a big target, but it's all about preparation. You've got to step up and hit a shot because it's a tough stretch all the way to the house. The 16th hole here at Slaley Hall, 420 yards of real estate to cover, and you try and match the golf hole. You hit a little bleeder, left to right fade, and you put it in the fairway. We've arrived up here at the 16th green, and this is where this hole really shows its teeth. You've hit the driver, middle of the fairway, you're looking in good shape, but this is where it becomes difficult. Tournament director has selected a pin just over this ridge here today, and that is brutal for a couple of reasons. Your safety play, back of the green, downwind, out of the right-hand side, that is where you want to be. Get out of here with a 4 quickly, because if you hit it short, too much spin on it, you're going in with wedges and 9 irons, this is what's going to happen. Everything is going to catch this ridge and feed all the way back down to the front of the green, and you are going to have a seriously tough 2-putt to get out of here with par. However, final day, should the tournament director be so generous and put a flag down here on this front area, this becomes an opportunity. Obviously, the back right bunker is a no-go zone, but although this green's only 10 yards wide, these players going in with wedges, they can use it. You hit it up there on the ridge and let the ball come all the way back down.
Good morning and welcome to the opening round of the Clutch Pro Tour at Slaley Hall.
This is one to test their touch early on, isn't it, Callum?
It is indeed. And this is Jack Ainscough. Pulled the lofted wedge out from the side of the green, chipping for birdie.
Yeah,
Hold on. Get there on camera.
We certainly did get that on camera, Jack.
That will be one he is very happy about. Stealing shots. Jack Ainscough. Billy Joe Smith now on the par 3 8th.
We've had some heavy rain in the build-up to the tournament this week. Let's see if that's affected the playing conditions. Will this one cosy up and land soft?
No soft conditions, that will help these players though. Oh, Billy Joe's using the bank Very nice. Got it right in there behind the pin. That's going to give her a good look at a birdie too.
Tom Gandy, a man with plenty of tour experience at various different levels.
He is indeed. He knows how to get the job done, Mr. Gandy. Such a beautiful swing.
Great tempo there, wasn't it?
It is. It's lovely to watch on repeat, and that will do with a wedge. You'd expect him to hit it close, and he does.
Talking of tour experience, here's Chris Hansen, who's had taste of contention at the very highest level of European golf in some very high-profile events through the years.
Lovely putting stroke that, isn't it? Just a rock of the shoulders. Bang. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. The northeast clearly suits him well. I think he went well at Close House in the British Masters.
What a golf course that is, by the way. Just down the road as well. Blessed with some good ones up here. Alfie, he's putting from downtown here. This is at least 40 feet across the green.
Are you a flag in or a flag out man, Callum?
Oh, flag out all day. Old school.
Purist.
Well, that's tracking. That's tracking. Oh,
yes, Alfie.
from downtown, that looked like a homesick mole.
Can you come around all day? Need to follow us round all day.
If you keep making birdies like that, we will.
Indeed. Oh, put a little circle on the scorecard there, Alfie. Oliver Chesterman now. This guy has been playing some seriously good golf all year. Started out very well in the UAE to start the season in the Winter Series, and he's just continued it, and with shots like that, you can see why. Just didn't hit it hard enough.
We're joined now by Billy Joe Smith. What do you find are the main differences between playing in your your meet and drink, playing in women's events, and then coming out here and playing in an open access event, which is, I feel, predominantly made up of male players, but a few female players too?
Yeah, I really enjoy it because obviously week in, week out I'm playing with females at a very similar level. And especially this year actually on Clutch, I feel like the standard has gone up quite a lot as well. So it's really nice to not only play with the men, because I just enjoy playing with the men, especially, yeah, as I said, having females all the time. It's quite nice to get a bit of a change and a bit of a break from that kind of thing. But yeah, in terms of playing on the Clutch, it's a really good tour. Obviously provides quite a lot of good opportunities, both financially and getting some starts as well on the various tours. So yeah, it's really enjoyable.
I am down here on the range, joined by Justin Bryant. Firstly, thank you so much for joining us down here. Do you think that we're going to start seeing young golfers, junior golfers now coming through the ranks, building golf swings completely dependent on technology?
I think when you and I were growing up, it was like the video camera was the big thing, right? So everyone was looking at positions and these really, pretty swings. And I remember my coach said, it's about, making efficient swings where the ball works well. And you see it, Scotty Scheffler has unusual foot action, right? If you looked at it on video, you wouldn't teach that, but his ball flight, his numbers are very good. So I think kind of the juniors, I even have a couple of young kids, and like they want to put the MLM2 Pro down and hit it longer and kind of look at their club speed and try to hit long drives. So I think as long as the swing is repeatable and producing good shots, that's all you really need, right? So kind of just is how Palmer said, own your swing. I think this really gives credence to the fact if a coach says, let's change this, it's first, let's actually see what's happening with the numbers.
Giles Evans has joined Justin and I down on the range. Chaps, we are going to play a little guessing game. Guess the number. I'll read the number out. You hit. Tell me how far you think you've hit it, and we'll get the Rapsodo to actually verify that. Closest to the yardage wins.
Perfect.
Very simple. The number is 174. Okay. Justin, you are up first. Justin, what we got? What bat we got?
I got a 7. My normal 7's, I'm going to take a little bit off it, but yeah, just maybe a little touch up.
Let's give it a rip. 174, yeah. That's a pure strike. What do we think?
171.8.
171.8 he's going for. 171.8. Mr. Giles Evans, you are up next. 174 is the number. What bat we got?
I'm going to go little 7 as well.
Little 7?
I'd have to give an 8 iron every hot dinner I've ever had, so go for a little one of these.
Okay, he's also pulled the 7. Little 7. 171.8 is what Justin called. That's also very good looking. What do we think?
So it's pretty decent. 173.
173, yard out. Right, chaps, let's have a little look. Justin, what was your 171.8? Yeah. Justin, 173.3. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. Giles, 174.9. Justin, you've taken the winnings by pure margins, but that is very impressive, guys. To get that close is super impressive. Shows the importance of, you know, how well you guys know your numbers.
You drive it in the fairway and you end up in the divot, you should get free relief from that. I feel like that's, you know, you've done your job. It's not your fault that the divot's there.
2 or 3 shots around that you can just replay. I just want to replay them because it was just terrible. So I just know I could do better. So let me just have another go.
Make it green flatter. I think that will be way easier.
This is the amount of holes we play. I'd change it to maybe 14 holes.
Divots, it's got to be the divots. I would just play lift, clean and place all the time so that then you can move it out of a divot and not have to argue about whether it's in an old divot or not.
I would love a mulligan. Just one mulligan would be amazing.
Dan Smith here, going along very nicely on the Priestman course, perhaps the easier of the two here at Slaley Hall.
Yeah, it's been playing about a shot and a half easier than the hunting. Dan Smith, he's putting a good day's work together here, and it's only getting better. This is David Langley, and what a round he's putting together. 7 under par currently, and this is the final hole, and that's a wedge on the way. Liam Green now.
Assistant pro at the K Club, so plenty of experience with championship golf courses.
And a player that will no doubt know how to play in the wind that we are expecting, and that's a good one. David Langley now. Saw his wedge in. This is from downtown. Trying to get to the house. Just a little bit shy.
Not to be, but a fantastic round of golf. And here's Liam Green for bird, and he has made it.
That is a very good day's work to open your account and start the tournament week. The Irishman.
And that birdie took Liam to the top of the leaderboard, where he was joined by Daniel Smith and David Langley in a 3-way tie. Welcome back to Slaley Hall for day 2 of what's already proving to be an enthralling Clutch Pro Tour contest. In the opening round, Daniel Smith, Liam Green and David Langley launched themselves to the top of the leaderboard with opening gambits of 7 under par. Breathing down the necks of this talented trio are young Harley Smith, OJ Farrell, who always brings plenty of firepower, and Jimmy Cheng, who's flying the flag for New Zealand. With the cut line currently standing at 1 under par and only the top 50 set to progress to payday tomorrow, the stakes are sky high on what will be a do-or-die day in development golf. Let's get up to speed with what's been happening out there across the 2 courses.
Thank you, Jack. OJ Farrell now on the way, wedge in hand. Second shot here at the 6th. Oh, that's a good one. Spin control on the soft greens. Beautiful.
Known as the juice by some, that was definitely on the sweeter end of the spectrum than the sourer.
Dead middle. He's not going to waste an opportunity like that man, OJ.
Ollie Chesterman here, the owner of one of the finest heads of hair on tour, and he knows it, no cap on.
What a view that is, looking out over the northeast of England. This is Ollie Chesterman on the 16th. This is for eagle. He's got a tough putt here. This is up the hill, over the ridge, breaking out of his left-hand side. Let's head to Robbie Busher. He's on 17. This is his second shot. Currently 10 under par.
Very sweet strike there.
He's got a very good move, does Robbie.
And that is one heck of a golf shot from Busher there. Fantastic.
If this was match play, you'd be picking this up. Dead centre. 11 under par. Really in the heat of things. Here's Mr. Busher.
And from Mr. Busher to Mr. Langley, taking the scenic route here on the 17th of the hunting course.
Coming from the right rough, should release a bit. And it does. He's judged that very, very well. Gives him a putt straight back up the hill. It's going to be inside left.
I really don't know. I'd probably have to say footballer.
I would like to be I like my football, so probably football.
I started golf when I was 6, so I can't even imagine, like, you know, if I didn't play golf.
Probably rugby. That's my second sport choice.
Like a bank manager, maybe? Just something to do with money, really. I just love money.
Can I be an animal? Be a bird or something?
David Langley here. Saw his approach into 17 from the right rough. This is no more than 5 feet. Inside left. Yes, please.
Didn't enjoy that little pull away of the putter before, but didn't affect the result. Another birdie on the card.
Part of his routine, I think. Harley Smith on the tee now at 15, the young amateur England player. And that is on its way.
That might look a fraction underwhelming to the viewers at home, but that is actually just brilliant course management, playing to the heart of the green, give yourself a chance. And that is why you give yourself the chances. That is fantastic from Harley, pouring it in.
You're right, that is such good course management. It looks like a thimble, that green off that tee box. Hit it in the heart of it, give yourself a chance. And pours in a birdie too.
After a late charge up the leaderboard on day 2, we are joined by Harley Smith. 6 under par yesterday, 5 under par today for an 11 under par total. You are tied at the top with David Langley. How much have you enjoyed the last couple of days and, yeah, putting yourself in this position to potentially win the tournament?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's a lovely place to come to. I've never been here before, so first time, and played both practice rounds and really like the course. And yeah, I think it's been run very well, and the greenkeepers have done a really good job considering the rain we've had. So yeah, looking forward to the next tomorrow.
How much do you enjoy being in this position, going into a final round of a tournament, kind of with a bit of pressure and a bit of a target on your back?
Yeah, for sure. It's where everyone wants to be in sport. Any sport, you want to be up there to try and win, and that's what I'm here to try and do. Obviously, I've got still tomorrow to play, and there's still loads of good players, but I've got to just try and believe in myself and just enjoy it. At the end of the day, it's another day's golf, and see what happens.
George Ash now. Third tee, Priestman course, 174 yards down the hill.
Looks like a 7-iron in hand.
It's on its way. Oh my goodness! A 1! George Ash with the ace on the card. That is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, giving the high fives, why not?
The toughest of decisions now left for Mr. Ash, whether to frame the club or the golf ball. Feels like we've seen a bit of everything here so far at the Underpin Masters.
That's an enjoyable moment. Right, a 1 on the card.
We're here now for a chat with Imogen Courtney. We've touched on the fact that you haven't quite scored as you would have liked to this week, but weeks like this where you know the scoring isn't going right, what's your mindset like in that situation when you're trying to get through the rounds? Are you just trying to get as much out of those days as possible from a learning point of view?
100%. I think, you know, you get a sense, you know, as you're going around, it's not going well or you're going to miss a cut or something. But it's how when you're not playing well, when you're not on form, can you still put a score together? Because there might be days where you are up in contention and you're not playing your best, but you still have to keep it going. So it's just practice for that, the mental toll of not playing your best and being frustrated, but how do you kind of block that out and keep going?
One of the legends of the game, Ben Hogan, a player from the past, I think seemed to have an amazing mental attitude and ability. He preloaded making mistakes into his round of golf. So I think he famously said that I'm going to make 7 mistakes in my round today. So when he does, he was expecting one of those. Whether he stuck to that number, I don't know, but it just gave him a sense of freedom. So when it happened, it wasn't a big thing. It was like, that's just what I was expecting. He played, I believe at Troon, he played one of the holes as a par 4, which was a par 3. So he'd play into a safe area, miss the green on purpose, potentially get up and down, and if not, it's a bogey and he's walking away. So that kind of mentality for me, some of the things I hear about Ben Hogan, he seemed to be well ahead of his time in terms of his mental approach to the game.
You know, if you stood on the driving range here and watched most of the guys, you know, everyone can hit the ball really well on their day, can go really low. The difference is when the pressure's on, can you do it? That is the big thing that the top guys have. The consistency under the most pressures is what separates them. You know, I always used to say to my dad, if you actually counted how long you'd swing a golf club for in one round of golf, if you compare that to how much time you have to think between shots, you know, we might be out there for 5 hours. So really, the more priority should be given to the mind, I think, and how to make that as strong as possible, because you use that more than anything else on a golf course. Working with Greg just on techniques like how to breathe properly, using my senses, and just giving my brain tasks to take my mind off of anything else golf-related, really. I like to hole out 3 putts really positively before I go to the tee. It's just something I've done and I like doing, like 3-4 footers, making sure they're good strokes straight in the middle of the hole to then take with me a good visual for the round ahead.
You have to complete that.
I have to, yeah. It's a bit of a superstition in a way. Like sometimes I'm a bit late to the tee because I keep missing one or something, but I can't leave the green without completing the three putts, just to get me in the good mindset, ready for the round. And probably just a bit further away, just to get that full range completed. And then, yeah, off to the tee.
Habib Islam here on the 14th. Next one to come through this section of the golf course. He's found the right rough. This is on the way. He's trying to draw one back. This is an aggressive play from the right rough. Great looking golf shot. What a fantastic golf shot that is from the right rough. That gives him a great look at birdie straight back up the hill. That is an aggressive play to take that pin on from the right rough, I tell you. He got everything right there. Fantastic golf shot from the young man.
Catching up with Irishman Liam Grehan here on the 15th. Just 1 off the pace at the moment, so right in the hunt, on the hunting course.
Go, go.
Oh, beautiful stroke. Close but no cigar. Just tap it in, Liam. Come on. There we go. That's the moment we were waiting for. Par won't hurt you there. At the penultimate hole. Time to go flag hunting. And that's exactly what he's done there. The sweetest of strikes to set up a great look at bird. Shame not to cash in on that gorgeous approach, but you've got to take the positives out of that one. Sweet, sweet strike. And he is right in contention. After a stream of guys got into the clubhouse at 11 under par, we now have a new outright leader right at the end of the day. Congratulations, great round of golf to back up another fantastic round yesterday. You must be delighted with how you're playing.
Yeah, thrilled. It's probably the best I've struck it in for 2 days and forever. So left a few out there even still, but it was nice to roll in a nice birdie putt in the last.
What do you think was the key to your performance today, in particular out there on the slightly trickier hunting course?
My distance control was pretty spot on. I think I hit at least 4 iron shots within 4 feet. Didn't actually hold them all, but yeah, I was hitting a lot close. And yeah, if you can keep that going, you're always going to be thereabouts.
How much fun is it to be in this position now, leading the tournament outright? But like I said, we've got a stream of people who've come in at 11 under par. You've gone one better. How does that feel? And are you looking forward to having a target on your back tomorrow?
Yeah, look, I'm happy with how well I'm playing, and if someone plays better than me tomorrow, so be it. I'm going to try and play my best and see what happens. Yeah, obviously thrilled to be in this position at the minute, but there's still another round to go.
There certainly is. Now the whole field have seen both courses. We're on to the hunting tomorrow with Liam Grehan, the man in their sights. It's time now for the final round on the Clutch Pro Tour here in the northeast of England. We started the week with a field of 190 players, and now we're down to just 62. 19 different nationalities were represented, and now just 10 remain. And we began playing across 2 different courses, and now we're down to 1. On a day where only the clutch can prosper, it's over to Callum to see where the tournament could be won and could be lost.
The 17th hole, you're 2 from home, and this is one that will get the heartbeat going for sure. Chief is really the only option. The longer hitters, they might be able to hit the 3-wood, the Persuader, but there's hazard right and jungle left. If you pull it slightly, you're going to be in there, and if you hit the high spinner up into the wind, you can be rest assured you're going to find yourself in the hazard. This area here is perfect. The 100-yard marker to the front of the green, that's just there, but you are on a severe downslope, and that makes it very difficult heading up into that elevated green where you cannot see the surface. If you can get out of here with a 4, you are going to be very, very happy. And as you do hit that second shot, you can have the long walk with the putter to the green, and you can just let your competitors know that are sweating it out on that tee box that you've hit the green in 2. The 18th tee, 455 yards this hole, and it is straight up the hill. The nerves will be going, that is for sure. Couple of options. There is a creek that runs through the middle of the fairway, so driver is out of play. The Persuader, the 3-wood, that could be your option. Get it up there long enough, because if you hit the long iron, you're going to have a long way in. 13 yards up the hill and over 200 yards to the green. This is not very fun. You want to take a deep breath and execute. Mr. Tom Thurlaway.
Cool.
Interrupt you for a minute?
Go for it.
6 back. Breeze is supposed to get up though.
Yeah.
You know, put a bit of pressure on the leaders. You would want it playing as hard as possible, especially the length you hit it. Game plan for today?
Yeah, try and put pressure on as early as possible. Try and make a load of birdies and see what happens. I think if the wind picks up a little bit this afternoon, I think I'm about an hour in front of the leaders, so yeah, make some birdies and see if we can put a bit of pressure on.
Probably the newest father on tour, Mr. Stuart Grehan.
How are you doing?
Away from the little one for a week?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm looking forward to seeing him now tonight. But yeah, no, it's nice to get back playing as well.
Playing some good golf this week. Aspirations for this round, you know, final round, obviously payday, working your way up the leaderboard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been a little bit scrappy. Some good stuff and a bit of bad stuff as well. But yeah, it's slowly getting better, so we'll see what happens.
Hopefully more of the good stuff today.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Very well,
it's going to be a nice day. Cheers.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Being one behind, what's the mindset?
just trying not to focus on what other people are doing around me. I have a goal in my mind just to try and beat the golf course as much as I can, as I do every time I go out. So yeah, just try and play my own game and see where it puts me.
Best of luck. Looking forward to watching you out
Thank
there
you.
today, Hardy.
Cheers. Thank you.
Is it a golf course that sets up well to your eye?
I think the first 8 holes there's definitely some birdie opportunities. 9's a tough hole, and then we've got 1 par 5 on the back 9. But I think this week that's played slightly over par, possibly. But it's still a good chance. So yeah, we'll play some golf and see what happens.
Game plan going into the day?
Just keep doing what I'm doing. I've been playing pretty well, and if someone catches me, so be it. I'm gonna give it my best, and they'll have to do a lot to get ahead of me.
I've been asking a couple of the players that are close enough on the leaderboard. Are you one of these players that likes to watch leaderboards, or you go out there, all you can control is your own game in the end of the day?
Exactly. You can only control yourself, and if I did my bit well, I should be thereabouts. So.
I wish you the best of luck today.
Thanks, Callum.
Have
Cheers.
a good one.
This is the final game of the morning. First to play, Liam Grehan.
Hello, gents.
Hello, guys.
First tee shot. Final round. Here's the leader, Liam Grehan. Heart rate will be going. Can he find the fairway? What a swing. And he can indeed. Open your account, that's what you want. When the players are after you, find the middle, job done.
A very delicate touch required here from the big man.
Leon Fricker. That is beautiful. That's a tough bunker shot there. Giles Evans here on the second. Been a quiet week for Giles, plodding along at 5 under par. Bit of spin there, using the slope perfectly.
Not to be mistaken with Liam Grehan, here's Stuart Grehan.
That's a long shot up there on the par 5 on the third. Finds the putting surface in 2. Chance at the big bird.
Talking of long shots, here's Tom Thurlaway.
This guy knows how to compress a golf ball. Hits it absolutely forever. And what a beauty that is.
From the wrong fairway, it seems.
Here is Stuart's eagle putt on the way. Get up. Oh, just on the low side.
Fricker here at the second. With an awkward green tilting from back to front. Spin control is key here.
Yeah, and that's what happens. To him, that'll be looking really good, but if you don't control your spin, look at where this ball is going to go to now. He's got a really tough 2-putt.
Just a bit too much fizz. Making great strides early on in the final round.
9 under par, only a couple back. This man's got loads of experience. Gary King.
A winner on tour this year.
Oh, had the line. It was quick after that ridge. Tom Thurlaway down the hill. On the par 5. Oh, Grayson legs. That is short. He's not going to be happy with that.
It's not what you want to see on an eagle putt, that's for sure.
Back to the first. Liam Grehan. Found the fairway, found the green. And he's going to tap in for his par 4.
Robbie Busher trying to force his way right into the mix. That'll help.
And that is lovely control. Final group. Putting from the net's county over, so far away.
Lovely sportsmanship there from his playing partners. Leon, not quite the finish you were hoping for today, but a week where you kind of sniffed in and around contention. What are the things you're most pleased with from the week, and what are some of the frustrations perhaps?
I struck the ball well for the most part all week, so definitely really happy with that and looking forward to taking that into the rest of the season. Didn't capitalise on the par fives either the first day or today. Didn't make a birdie today, which was, yeah, that's just going to cost you, unfortunately. You're going to make bogeys out here. It's a tough test with the wind, so lots of positives, and we go again next week.
OJ, you had it going for a bit today and then fell out of contention towards the end. What's it like a round like that where you kind of get a taste of being in the hunt, and what can you take away from a week like this where you kind of got yourself in the mix?
Yeah, great first day, and then played the front nine both days really well. Just haven't played this nine good at all, so doesn't feel very good right now, to be honest with you.
Do you take a little while to reflect on a week like this when you've had not an ideal finish to your round, not an ideal finish to your tournament? Does it take a little bit of time to process?
Yeah, I don't want to think about it too much right now because obviously emotions are kind of high.
They've got to hit good shots coming in. I think I said to OJ on the way round that anyone who wins round here will be very pleased with themselves because you've got to execute coming in. And yeah, it's a real test, especially the 18th. I've hit 5 wood in there. And 17, wind's pumping out the left with hazard left and right. So yeah, full credit to whoever does win today because there's not many tougher closes, certainly in the UK.
No one's. I want mine.
Ryan Evans all day.
Ryan Evans is nice.
At the minute it'd be Ollie because he's first on the order of merit.
I've got to go for my boy Danny Brennan.
But I think I like my swing. Mine.
I'm joined by Mr. Ben Mason, tour player and underpin performance coach. What advice would you have to, say, the leader going into this final stretch now?
Just control what you can control. Focus on your own process. Don't get caught up with what other golfers are doing. Hit as many good shots as you can. And try to stay grounded. Try to stay present. Your mind is going to wander. Accept that it wanders, but use the skills that you've learned to bring yourself back to the present.
As the final round rolls on, time now to check back in with some of our contenders. A wonderful approach here from long range from Liam Grehan at the third, setting up an eagle chance. With a £15,000 winner's check on the line and a total prize purse of 100 grand, the biggest in European development golf, you get the feeling that some of these need to drop. It wasn't to be though on this occasion. Could he make up for it here though at the sixth? He most certainly could. A sweet stroke there from Grehan. But that joy wouldn't last long as he found tree trouble at the seventh, costing him a triple bogey. Robbie Busher keeping himself right in the mix with a beautiful birdie here. And just look at that ball flight, right at it. Another birdie on the card at the eighth. Reece Thompson. Having himself a great week. Back to Busher at the 14th. Iron play to die for from Busher in this final round. And to David Langley at the 11th hole. That would take him to 12 under par. Out of position at the 12th. But he was in position after that fine iron strike. And he made another jump up the leaderboard. With another one to follow at the 14th. 3 birdies in a row. Harley Smith, his much more inexperienced playing partner, was having a terrific round himself and clinging to his place near the top of the leaderboard with a no laying up mentality, taking on the par fives with gusto. Another sweet strike in here would set up another eagle chance. Which he'd take to take a share of the lead with David Langley. A big bird there, with 5 holes to play, meant there was 2 tied at the top, but with plenty of interested players still hanging around. Welcome back to Slaley Hall as our coverage continues at the final round of this Clutch Pro Tour event. Liam Grehan approaching the 17th here. Started the day out in front, has sadly dropped back a bit. Needs a birdie from there and another at the last to have any hope at all.
Robbie Busher, 18th tee, 455 yards up the hill. Got to find this narrow strip of fairway. Long iron in hand. That looked left early. Hazard down there. Oh, is that going to hang on?
Looks like it might have.
Back to 17, Harley Smith off the downslope. Back right flag today. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, he's going to have a good look up the hill. Not as close as he would have liked it with a wedge in hand.
But not backing down from the fight with this man, David Langley.
He has been bang on with his wedges. Hit one tight on 11. Can he do it here? Yes, he can. Oh, my goodness. Nearly holes it. David Langley hits it in there to 3-4 feet.
What a time to do that. An absolute peach.
Make sure you repair that divot. You can see Shanghai down there. Robbie Busher.
A little smile as he assesses the damage.
Oh, he's hanging on there. Lucky boy.
No wonder he was smiling. It's going to be an awkward one, though.
Liam Grehan from the back of 17. This is right to left. Up the hill, then flat. It's on its way. Oh, just ran out of steam again.
One of those putts that's really hard to keep high.
He's going to tap that in for a 4. And he's probably thinking that that might be my chance at winning over. Harley Smith, birdie putt, 17. On its way.
Nice pace on that one.
Oh my goodness me. Catches the low lip. How unfortunate is that?
That's the pace you need if you want to get across the line and win this tournament. But not quite 100% on the accuracy.
Back to Robbie. Group ahead. Is he going to try and play the hook around the trees? He is. Make sure he doesn't fall in the ditch while he's at it. Back to David Langley. 4 feet to take the lead. Clutch cam. You can almost feel his heartbeat through the screen. Oh no.
They've both missed crucial putts here at the 17th. The pressure is telling.
Can repair the green, but that looked like an open blade push to me. David Langley let one slip. Harley Smith, he'll be taking a sigh of relief. Robbie Busher, 3rd after laying up. Can he get it tight?
Gorgeous strike there.
Spin. And a chance to save his par 4 on this difficult 18th hole. Back to the tee box. Co-leader, Harley Smith.
Not the strike he was looking for there, giving it the old Hideki Matsuyama, one hand off the club.
It's in the first cut. It might be blocked out. We'll have to see. And it's a long way back. Up to the green. Reece Thompson.
Tough one for par here. Always going to be tricky to get that all the way to the hole, but he's done a pretty good job. And despite a closing bogey, it's been an excellent week.
David Langley now got to find the short stuff. Coming off that missed short putt. And that looks dead centre. What a strike. And it is indeed.
You miss, I hit.
He's going to have a fairways in there. And up to the green. This is left to right, down the hill. Robbie Busher. Oh, finding the lip. And this 18th hole claims another victim. That's going to be a bogey if he can tap that in.
It's 12 under for Busher and the clubhouse lead. But you have to fear that it might not quite be enough.
Reece Thompson hopefully brushing in here. This is for a bogey, but it's been a good week.
Cheers, fellas.
There's confirmation of the 12 under total for Robbie.
Harley Smith, this is where his tee shot's finished. First cut, right rough, and he's going to have to play the cut slice around the trees there. This is all sorts of dangerous. Long iron in hand, ways back. That sounded like it clipped trees on the way through, did it? He's looking very precarious. There's hazard down there. I think it might have found the hazard. That is not good news for Harley Smith, the young amateur.
You have to wonder, if he wasn't an amateur and the money was on the line for him, whether he would have taken that shot on. Langley now from A1. Still a long way back though.
That is a flush strike from David Langley with the 4 hybrid or something in hand. Oh, that's gnarly. That's down. That is not an easy chip shot. And it's better than where Harley Smith is. Liam Green.
Also with the fairway metal.
And he has found the putting surface. And that is very good up the 18th. This hole playing a fair few over par. And there we see it. Harley Smith has indeed found the hazard.
The only thing is now you've got to figure out where.
Having a conversation here about where he's actually going to drop it. Obviously, point of entry into the penalty area.
Yeah, I just heard it hit a tree. That was all. Because I couldn't really see because I was...
Much to discuss as the pressure mounts here on the home hole. And how about that final hole? It's a bit of a beast, isn't it? As we saw from pretty much everyone coming down the home stretch.
Yeah, I mean, the wind's probably 20 miles an hour in out the right, and it's like 450 yards straight up the hill with no run. And you can't hit driver unless you're a maniac. So everyone's kind of hitting 3 iron into the green. So yeah, it's certainly a tough birdie. There might not have been any today, but. Yeah, it's a shame to make bogey at the last.
So here we go, folks. Harley Smith is taking the drop from the penalty area. And it's still not good news. He's going to have to hit another slice around the corner. Look at that finish. The artist, Harley Smith, the artist, trying to run it up there. It's going to come up just shy. But he's going to have a lot of green to work with. Try and do something special.
Now in pole position, Langley left of the green here at the 18th.
This is not easy. He hasn't got a lot of green to work with. It's all downslope. Trying to play a little parachute. And as you can see, it's just going to run on. There's a ridge there. Is it going to stop? No, it's going to tumble all the way back down. But I tell you what, it doesn't look that spectacular on video, but I can tell you he has played that remarkably well. It wasn't a good lie.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot more he could do with that one. Harley Smith now. Looks like he's opted for the bump and run.
Love that play. Up and over the ridge, needs to get up. Oh, looks like a good 6-7 feet left for his double bogey there after taking the drop out of the penalty area.
A little bit of a look of regret on the face of the young man there.
Liam Green, the leader after 2 rounds, dropped back a few. He's putting now on 18, and that is shy of pace. As you can see, the wind gusting now doesn't make it very easy for these players.
Great scenes though here at the 18th with fellow players watching on.
Mr. David Langley, this for the win. This is for par. It's a long way up the hill. It's probably one of the slowest putts on the golf course.
2 putts will do it though.
It's on its way. And if you've got to, use them. Just shy.
That is exactly where you want to be. Marker in the ground, thinking about the moment that's about to come.
Liam Green, after that first putt coming up shy. This is a difficult one. Outside the left. Oh, well done. That is very good. Confident stroke. And he'll have a lot to reflect on. He'll do some analysis. But a fantastic week for the Irishman.
Harley just trying to tidy things up and make sure he doesn't slip further down the leaderboard. No danger. Nerveless from Harley.
That was solid, wasn't it? Very good. Harley Smith, he will grow and get better. But David Langley, there it is. Your champion of the Underpin Masters here at Slaley Hall. 13 under par. A fantastic week. And he will go off and get everything signed off and made official. Rounds of 65, 68, 70. Winner by 1, Mr. David Langley.
Harley, fantastic performance. An amateur out here competing with the pros and kind of showing a lot of them how it's done at times in the round. How do you reflect on a week like that and 3 really, really solid rounds of golf?
Yeah, it's been a good week. I've played a lot of good golf. Not the way I wanted to finish, because obviously I'm here to win. But it is what it is, and I've got to take the positives and move on.
You say it's not the way you wanted to finish, but tell us about the mentality of being an amateur coming up the last, where money isn't such a factor. It's more about the learning experience, I guess, and trying to get across the line and learn how to win. Tell us what that experience is like for you.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Like playing with David and Liam all day, it was like really enjoyable. And it was just good golf, like back and forth. You know, he gets birdies, and then I had to try and chase, and it was just really enjoyable to be out there and competing. But you know, I turn up to every event to try and win, and unfortunately up the last I didn't have my best swing on both my shots, but yeah, it is what it is.
We're here now with our winner, David Langley. David, congratulations, fantastic week, great performance. How do you feel coming off the course?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm obviously, once you win, there's like a kind of a relief because the pressure comes off. I didn't have a reaction on the last green because I thought we were going to a playoff, so I was still kind of in the business mode until someone told me. But yeah, it's obviously been a good week. It feels like it's been a long, tough week with having to learn 2 golf courses, and we've obviously had to play through some weather at the beginning of the week. So yeah, I'm just relieved, and I'm absolutely ecstatic, and I'm sure I'll be absolutely knackered in a minute once the adrenaline wears off.
Hats off on a terrific win. Congratulations and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm a winner.
You're a winner. Congratulations.
Thanks, darling.
The best dress sense on clutch. Oh, I think we're all terrible.
To be fair, Brad Christie does dress well. Well, George Plaw's vacated now. He definitely had it last year.
It's definitely not Harvey Byers. I'm going to have to say Harvey Byers. I know he's going to laugh at that one.
Probably Piers with his 3/4 length trousers.
Matthew Lamb. Piers Barrington.